Hey everybody, and welcome this week to Dead Rising Case West. Yes, that's right, we're finally seeing our two titans team up. That's Chuck Green from Dead Rising 2 and Frank West from Dead Rising 1. It could be a little bit confusing if you've been following my series of the Dead Rising games because I got the S ending in the overtime mode in the original Dead Rising 2, but what some fans might not know about the ending of Dead Rising 2 is that ending A is canon instead. That could confuse you, but this game opens up in media res, so to speak, in terms of cutscenes and story and stuff, as Chuck Green getting, and I think it's going to explain that in the cutscenes, Chuck Green getting his daughter Katie's backpack out of an elevator and then being saved by Frank West. Now, you don't have to worry about that because that happens in the first minute of the game. I'm going to be playing through this. It's a little bit of a shorter for a Dead Rising joint. It's like 1/5 the length of a normal Dead Rising game. Playing through the whole thing, and I think that's pretty much it. We're playing this on a, I didn't get to address this. I'm playing this on an emulator, so it's got the original hardware, and the original way that this game looks is kind of ugly, like the darks are really dark and the lights are really light. I thought it was on my end, like the cutscenes and the looks in this game, where the cutscenes are like really dark at some points, but that's actually in the original game. So if it looks dark, I can't really do too much about it. I'm sorry, it's just the way that the game was shipped, but hey, it's still good anyway. And this is the second to last joint that I'm going to have to play for the Dead Rising series. For me to wrap it all up, the next one will be Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, so enjoy.
Damn show. You look familiar. Hey, you must be... Hey, you're the one who's all over the TV. They're saying you caused all this. That's bullshit. Phenotrans set me up. You know, they're vigilantes out for your head. You're commanding a nice bounty. Is that why you came? Huh? Well, maybe I don't exactly believe everything I see on TV. Phenotrans are the ones who killed thousands in Fortune City, thousands in Vegas. They're the ones who killed my wife. And they're the ones who killed Rebecca. Rebecca? Rebecca Chang? She's dead? I'm sorry. A Phenotrans agent shot her. Look, I need proof, damn it. I've got to clear my name. You don't have time for that. They're gonna blow this place to hell any second. Then I'm screwed. Look, I got an idea. I have a source that's told me about some sort of Phenotrans facility west of here. What kind of facility? I don't know. I was gonna find out with Rebecca. You might be able to find your evidence there. Might be a connection to what happened here. You can come, but if I find out you had something to do with this... Look, buddy, I didn't do it, all right? What are you looking for, a big story? Some way to get yourself back in the limelight? Oh, yeah? Is that what you think? There's a hell of a lot more to it than that. And the name's Frank. Frank West. Looks good. Let's go. Shit. A dead end. Nice investigative work, Frank. Just drop it, Chuck. Get your ass out of my face. Back up. Back up. You're too close. I said drop it. Oh! Oh! Consider it dropped. Well, at least it was a soft landing. Oh!
All right, so a little bit of growing pains here at the beginning for Chuck and Frank, as it's called. You'll notice, we're going to get jerked around by cutscenes here a little bit at the beginning, but that's okay. We're at a Phenotrans facility, we're level 40, all we have to do is survive, and I'm just going to kill zombies kind of while we're, like, wandering around waiting. It's just kind of teaching you about, like, you know, killing zombies very basically with, like, basic weapons and stuff. After a certain amount of time, a cutscene will automatically play.
What the? That way, through the back.
God damn, I didn't expect to be covered so much in blood. So this game, or not the, well, I guess this game, like, leaned very heavily on, like, the multiplayer aspect of the game. I'm gonna just go ahead and, like, you know, cruise through these zombies real quick. Oh yeah, I do have the roll level, or the roll, like, function in this game, which is really nice. So we need to go to the shipping office. We have plenty of time. Looks like I don't have a watch yet for some reason, so that's kind of weird. I'll go ahead and knock into this guy. Human and zombie enemies very early in this game. We also, like I said, are level 40, so we have like a couple extra inventory slots. We have a couple extra HP blips. I don't know, like, where best to kind of pick things up. I guess we're going to have a cutscene here in just a second, so we've still got, like, you know, we're figuring out the game a little bit here and stuff.
Get down.
There's just one guy.
Hey, buddy! Who the hell are you?
Listen, you just keep quiet, all right? We don't want to hurt. Oh, shit.
So this game is a lot of, like, 2-on-2s. Thankfully, these guys aren't very difficult, which is good, because we're still at the beginning of the game. We haven't yet hit a save point. There's one actually in this room, as a matter of fact. This acts as, like, a half of a safe room save point. And I guess we'll probably have another cutscene after all that action.
I guess you still got some life in you yet. For an old guy.
Well, heads up, rookie. We've got more on the way.
Warning. An unscheduled release of the zombie supply out of the containment area.
Wait,
All
look!
security to
The zombies have gotten out of their pens!
Please take caution to inflict minimal damage on the supply. Thank you for your
Supply?
cooperation.
I think this may be my source. He was expecting me.
Your source works for Phenotrans? You sure you know what you're doing here, Frank?
Use your head. He started the outbreak to distract security and unlock the doors.
Look, for all you know, this could be a big setup.
It's a map. Check it out.
Harvesting room? Refrigerated containment? Bio-waste disposal? What the?
Look, he says he can hack into the secure networks if we can enter these access codes. Then he'll download information about this place. Security footage, facility designs. We don't have much time. The codes change every few hours.
Then let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, so input access codes. The missions are actually, I don't know how to describe them. They're weird. I would say that this is probably like, out of every Dead Rising kind of media, this is probably my least favorite one. Hey, now we've got the watch. It's just telling us. I'm just going to like go wherever it tells me to. It's kind of cool because we also have a camera in this game mode. It doesn't give you a PP the way that it does whenever you play as Frank West in all these games. Wow, I don't really know where to start because I feel like I've not made this palatable for people who are already fans of Dead Rising and people who are not. I've just been kind of doing my own thing. So, again, it's still like this game was like heavily leaning on the co-op aspect of things. It's kind of cool though because Frank will actually pick up weapons by himself. You can alternatively give him weapons too, but in comparison to survivors and like the other Dead Rising games, like, you have to give them weapons like Frank already picks his up. This is actually a really shitty maintenance room. The weapon it wants you to craft is a one-time use explosive. It's no good for us. What else was I trying to say here? So the story, this character that we're playing as, Chuck Green, was framed for a zombie attack on, what was it called? Fortune City? Yeah, Fortune City. And, which was, I believe, just supposed to be like a knockoff of Vegas, like in real life. But like, they didn't want to use like a real city or whatever to like, tell the story about like a terrorist attack and stuff. I cannot believe I'm about to fucking die already. Honestly, once I actually get some equipment and shit, we're going to be okay. I'm going to go up these stairs. Let's see. So, Frank West was the guy in the last game who was or in the first game who was the, goddamn, this room is going to be full of enemies too. Shit, I want my wrench. Who was the protagonist, and then, so this is like a best of both worlds, like a teaming up of, both characters, to like the star-studded cast. It's kind of like, I don't know another. I can't. I guess. Well, it's not really like Bad Boys. But it's just like two beloved characters kind of coming together. I don't necessarily even think that was like the intention. Like it wasn't really fan service by my estimation. I just think it happened to work out. Here we go. This is a good heal. Heavy rations. This ought to heal me by like 3 blips at least. Cool. Alright, so we're back in the game. Let's see. So we're here at this Phenotrans facility because in the A ending of the game, we weren't able to clear our name, I don't think. Or maybe that's the B ending. I can't even fucking remember now. But like we aren't able to clear our name. We don't have like the evidence for it. So, we're here in this Phenotrans facility with Frank, who saved us from a zombified TK. TK, that zombie at the very beginning of the game, was like I don't know. He's like the overarching bad guy. I don't know about if you call him the main. Yeah, I guess he's the main bad guy, probably too. In the difference between the A and the S ending in Dead Rising 2 was giving TK a dose of Zombrex to save him from becoming a zombie. So therefore, at the end of that game, he becomes a zombie. I would say this DLC, like, it has the most confusing fucking map. I don't like this map. I don't know if it's like confusing so much as it's just like really kind of unfun. It's got like a lot of, So what are we going to say about Dead Rising? Like, Americans, at least, and I guess probably other places in the world too, but like primarily Americans, probably like understand like the layout of a mall and they think it's fun to go to all these different areas, but like, this is just like some fucking, like, I don't even want to call it like a factory because it's about half factory, but it's more so like, I don't know, like production facility a little bit, which I guess are the same fucking thing. I don't know why I'm splitting hairs like that. I should have stopped in there and got some more heals, honestly, because that was the cafeteria we were just in. I guess I'm just trying to kind of front load stuff here. Anyway, we're at level 40, so it's nice in this DLC that we're not starting completely with our pants down. Oh, speaking of our pants down, there are a couple of of the Phenotrans characters here. Phenotrans, they're like orchestrating these outbreaks so that they can make more Zombrex, and you have to have zombies to make Zombrex, so and it also, conveniently for them, they aren't trying to just be altruistic to people who are already bit, even though I would argue that, sacrificing like hundreds of thousands of people to save thousands of people is probably not the way to go. But despite all that, like, it's not necessarily altruistic. Like, they've got a money incentive in it too, the Phenotrans. I think that this game also has something like, okay, we're headed back to the shipping office, just in case you didn't catch that in the dialogue there. I also think that there's an element of this game where, like, there's, like, some kind of, like, a permanent cure that's either being researched or is, like, already there. So you have, like, Frank West, right, who's taking 24-hour Zombrex doses, and this was something that, like, I neglected to mention in Case 0 that I wish I had because I completely forgot about it. But in this world, like, what Zombrex is and stuff is, like, if you get bit by a zombie, it's not necessarily the end of the world for you. You just have to start taking these really expensive shots. Now, what else was I kind of saying? I think I'm finally, like, sort of catching up a little bit. I am headed back to... Oh yeah, I can show you like a quick little way to get PP here. This game rewards like playing around with like the equipment and stuff around here. I honestly don't know if there's like another fulfillment bonus like that. Like that was the only one I ran into in my playthrough, but it's a free 5,000 PP, so you might as well. Yes, headed back to the shipping room. I don't really like this map so much. It's smaller, of course, because it's DLC. I will say that in comparison to Case 0, like Case 0 did it good because it had like maybe 2 areas between like the safe room and like the main area that you loaded into, which is probably how they should have did this, just made it kind of like one big area. If that was even like something that they could do, but splitting it into like 3 areas. The reason being is because this game, like its biggest criticism is the fact that like the loading on it is so fucking bad. Like loading takes what, maybe like 10 seconds in between each area, which you don't think is like that bad, right? But like we're like long past the days where you should have to sit through a fucking 10-second loading screen. Now, granted, I'm playing it on an emulator, but the original Dead Rising 2 is like that, and it's like that in the like PC release of the game too. So, anyway, another cutscene to follow, I believe.
So what's this evidence, Frank, huh? What's it show and when do we get it?
It must show what's going on in this place, but he needs time to download it. Let's get the hell out of here and meet up with him later.
I still need proof that I was set up in Fortune City. Look, you might have your big story now, Frank, but I'm a dead man if we don't find some evidence that clears my name.
He says he'll try to figure something out.
Try, huh? Yeah, that's great. I'll figure it out myself then.
I want to take them down just as much as you do. You must believe me.
All right, so we've got a fucking minute until our next actual case, Case 2. So this is the way it worked in the other Dead Rising games. Now, in defense of the other Dead Rising games, there was usually a lot more fun shit to do while you were kind of like, sorry, I've never once heard like actual proper dialogue outside of cutscenes before like that. Like Frank and Chuck just had a discussion about like, let's give him time. And he's like, this is some source of yours, Frank. Frank is a reporter. You noticed at the very beginning of the game that he was like upset about Rebecca. I want to say Chambers or Park. I can't remember her name. Rebecca. something or other. He was upset that she had died, because like she's a reporter and they kind of ran around in like the same circles and stuff. I'm looking to see if there's not a queen zombie around that I could just make really quick work of this, but I don't think so. So I don't even have any good weapons or anything. I'm not going to be like hyper sweating every quest, but I don't know. This is like a playthrough, and I did the same kind of stuff for the quests in the case 0, and this one, while less fun, is like whatever. I'm still gonna do it. I wonder if we even have to kill these. Like, can I just talk to Hernando? If you're gonna hang around, at least kill some. Okay, fine, I'll go get a fucking weapon. Maybe I'll go show off actually crafting in this game. So Dead Rising 2, like the whole gimmick of the thing was like, so Dead Rising 1's gimmick, let's start there, was like you're in a mall and stuff, and that's kind of like the big appeal of the thing. Zombie outbreak in a mall, very Dawn of the Dead shit. This game's kind of gimmick was that, but with craftable weapons. So, like, you know, you can make like what are called combo weapons, and they're like big, souped up, you know, weapons. Like this here is like a goddamn a football with a grenade on it. I didn't expect it to deal so much damage. Hey, sorry about that, Hernando. I kind of like your look. You look like a bad Jack Black, honestly. So it's funny because all the scientists like kind of inherently hate you in this game. So they're all like, this is probably all your fault, fuck off. Oh, while you're at it, why don't you try to find my friend? I'm not meaning to skip through the tutorials, honestly. I just keep accidentally hitting A, so my bad, folks. I turned that off in case 0. Because like I knew how to play the game and stuff. I kept it on here so that I could show like, how heavy an emphasis there is on like the, what am I trying to say here? How heavy an emphasis there is on like the co-op and stuff. And just in case I forget anything, because there's like cool stuff that you can do. Like I can make Frank West like wear costumes by like aiming at them and then like, making him like walk towards it. So like case in point, like, wow, why can't I make him walk towards it? What the fuck? Excuse me. Maybe I think I saw it in a tooltip. I never actually have tried to apply it though. So this is the worst of the quests, by my estimation. It's not bad, but you're on like this. What are they trying? You're on like a goose chase, sort of like you're going all fucking around for this character. We're looking for a character named Lisa, which that was his name, Hernando, whoever that guy was that we just saved. He like is like, hey, go save my friend Lisa. So that's what we're doing. She was supposedly located in the cafeteria, and then we're gonna have to go to the cafeteria and go to another place and go to another place until we finally eventually find her. So I don't want to front load spoilers too much here, but she is not gonna be not gonna be at the cafeteria. I don't know. You do a lot of traveling through like the same areas. You don't unlock a bunch of stuff. There's not like an area where like you can track your progress back at like a safe room or anything. Meaning like in Dead Rising 1, 2, case 0 and stuff. So we got a hastily scrawled note, which is what we need. It says that she went to the security tower. Oh yeah, this is another thing. I could kind of show this off. I've never liked this fucking mechanic because I'm not very good at it, but like there are blenders that you can like blend food into to make like drinks that have like super sort of powers to them. I don't know. Let's put a pie and a baguette in here. See what we get for a drink. We got zombie, which actually really fucking sucks. I also don't know what I made there. Maybe like, fuck, I actually don't like this one. Well, you know what, fuck it, we can actually drink this one. I do like this one. This one's nectar, which causes a queen to spawn near you, and if there's like a lot of queens in the area, it'll cause them to automatically come towards you. So like, let's say like I killed like a big area of zombies, ran them all over, and I need queens for whatever reason. It doesn't matter, but there's like a lot in the area, it will cause the queens to kind of come near to you. And then also, like, if I kill zombies, so, like, let's say I kill a big group of zombies and one of them drops a queen, it'll, like, kind of stick near to me, or at least that's always the impression I got. I don't know how that functions in reality, but, whoa, watch out, they got a flash grenade. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're hunting down Lisa. It kind of sucks because a lot of the quests are sort of like the side quests and stuff, it like tells you have to go out and like hunt down these characters, and that is just absolutely not the way to go. In the previous games, we've been directed by like somebody who's on like radio or whatever, and they've been like, hey, you know, Frank, like there's survivors in this part of the mall, go save them, and that was like a lot of fun, because like, you know, it would track the quest for you, and you never had to like waste time like trying to hunt these characters up. Now this another bitch that I have about this DLC is the fucking arrow like pointing you where you need to go blows. It fucking sucks in this DLC. There's so much, like, if it has a quest anywhere in this specific room, like regardless of if it's up here at this like control room or security tower, or if it's down in the holding cells or whatever, all of them are going to suck vehemently to actually like make our way towards. And yeah, I could check the map and stuff, but like, why even give me like a waypoint? Oh, another thing, you don't have to babysit Frank's HP, which is really nice, because like most of the survivors in all these games are like really not good, but like this game even says in like the tutorial tooltips, it's like Frank can take care of himself, like don't worry about him. It's cool because if he doesn't have a weapon, he actually has an attack that I consider to be pretty good. I'm gonna drink the zombie. Now I don't figure that I'll actually like that very much. Watch out there, Buster. I also don't really want weapons. I kind of want melee shit if I'm going to have anything, but whatever, you can't always get what you want. So we got another note. This one's the final clue. We have to make our way over to the living quarters, which I don't think is over here at the security outpost. I think we have to go through like another loading zone. I think this area is primarily split into like 3 or 4. There's like labs, secure labs, these holding pens, and I can't, like the cafeteria production area, whatever that place is over there with like the harvesting room. There we go. That's what it's called, the harvesting room. And then technically the shipping room also has like a loading zone. But I wouldn't consider like the safe room like I don't know. Maybe I would consider the safe room like an area. Wow. This really feels like it has not been very good. This is, I want to do this to just kind of sew up the story. It's funny how like at the very end of this game, like how interesting the story gets in terms of shit. But like to get to it, it's kind of a slog fest. And the primary quests are like really fun in this game. Okay. Maybe this is like the best way to sort of like critique this game. How do you spend downtime in a Dead Rising game? Like Dead Rising 1, 2, like you're in the mall, you have fun shit you can do. Well, you're in a mall or you're in like a casino area, and you're like collecting money and saving survivors, and you're like collecting them if you want to. You're doing like gambling mini games. You're like running around having a hell of a time. This game, how do you do the downtime? Sure, I'm doing like the mini quests right now, but there's not like any like big secrets to show off. That's not really fun. There's not really... Where the fuck am I even going? Like, I'm following the arrow, I guess. Oh, okay, yeah, we're over here. This is so goddamn lame. So, we literally have backtracked all the way back to the living area. I don't want to, like, bitch the whole time, but, like, I like this game in its entirety, like, meaning, like, you know, there's stuff about it that I like more than I hate it, clearly. It's another Dead Rising game. This will help me sew up most of 2. I only have, like, one more Dead Rising game to play after this. God damn, katana sword? That's sick. Katana sword. I wanted to see if there's something else it's wanting me to. Probably sickle? I don't know which one it's going to craft, but each one of these rooms gives you like a freebie craft. Whoa, the Reaper. Sickle plus katana sword. Interesting. And it's telling you about scratch cards. Basically, if you use a... Oh, cool, and I can slot that too? Nice. Because some items, like, won't retain in your inventory. You'll have to, like, carry them out in your hands or else you'll drop them. Scratch cards give you half the EXP that they normally would. Oh, yeah, here's another thing. There's a PP sticker up... Where is it? Up here? God damn, I missed it just a little bit. Oh, no, I didn't. I got 1,000 PP. Cool. Now, we're still looking for that woman, and the fucking arrow told me to go up here, and it's not looking like that I actually have to go up here. And I don't have to go in that door either. What is this fucking game? Oh, man. I'm glad that the zombie did not last for long. You can see, like, our Also, this music, I thought this was the last time I played too. This music's like oddly sleepy. Like it's very fucking, not exhausting, but like it's a fucking, it's a snooze fest, this music. I feel like I'm listening to like ambient music. All right, took you long enough. Who are you guys anyway? Don't worry about that. Yeah, because we probably don't look like the normal security detail. Hernando. What do I call him? Hernandez? I guess that isn't so bad. So, Hernando escaped the facility. Here, take this. It'll let you open the emergency access from here to the holding pens. So we can... Hold up, are you done? Like, do we need anything else? I'm getting out of here before I get cornered again. Good fucking idea. All right. So, let's just go back to the shipping area. But what I was talking about, like, how do you spend your downtime? Like, first game, you have fun running around a mall, collecting survivors. Maybe you run around and you're, like, taking pictures and stuff, too. Like, you know, whatever you're kind of feeling. And Dead Rising 2, like, does much the same thing, but with the added inclusion of, like, a money system in that game. So, like, now you can go around and gamble, and you can play, like, all these, like, Vegas-style games where you're in, like, a money pod, and you have to, like, you know, collect all the money, and then you can use it to buy cool items, and it's got combo cards that you can collect and stuff. And then, even Dead Rising 3, as much as I don't really, like, it's not, like, my favorite or anything, Dead Rising 3 has shit going for it where it's, like, you know, you can, sorry, that creaking there is kind of weird. Dead Rising 3 is like much the same thing where you're, you can run around. It's got a lot of new collectibles. It's got ambient quests, which is fucking weird, but it's got like a whole shit ton of like GTA, like Rockstar style, like collectibles around. It's got like, you know, you can collect golden, Frank statues. You can find like points of interest that give you a little bit of PP. You can, I guess, technically do like the crafting weapon shit there too, but I don't know, it's whatever. God damn. And it's like, it wants me to go here again, like this arrow. Oh man. I don't know. I'm kind of already like a little bit frustrated with the nuance of this DLC. It's kind of crazy how bad this DLC is, like in comparison to like the other Dead Rising games and stuff. Like, was this one just like real quick, fast, and in a hurry shipped out? I was looking at the price because I was talking about like Microsoft points in the Dead Rising Case Zero, but I was looking at like the points conversion for this shit. And you know what I also might do? I think I'm going to actually just go ahead and get something for a quest that we're going to have coming up. I'm trying my best to like justify like not already cutting until case 2-1 because we don't really have anything else going on. I don't know if there's other survivors that I can go find. Oh yes, thank you for the saving prompt, but I'm good. We want an AR or like a machine gun of some kind. And we can get that from the control tower, which I believe we can get to from up here. No, this is the storage bay. God damn it. Then no, you know what? Fuck it. There's a machine gun that we can get. I actually think that's kind of convenient, isn't it? Save me from myself a little bit. Security AR is what it's called. So, and then, you know, again, like, how are you spending your downtime? Dead Rising Case Zero didn't really have a lot of downtime, but it had, like, mainlined, or mainstream, mainlined quests, like, to you. Like, you know, that guy would holler for you, and you'd have to go do them. But this one here, like, you know, I don't know how you're spending your downtime because you have a fuck ton of it and there's nothing fun to do around. You know, like maybe you explore this facility. There's not like a shit ton of lore around or anything. So what are you going to do? I don't know. But what I do know is that after case 2-1, there's a lot more quests, that we can actually do like while we're running around and stuff. So, what I'm going to do, this is kind of lame, but I am just going because this is where whenever 2-1 procs, like this is where it'll be at. And I'm going to sit here and god damn, that's 5 hours. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just cut here and I'm going to be back. I'm going to like do a sweep around the facility. I don't know where fucking anything like any other quest might be, but if I find one, I'll just like pop you to it. There's no reason you should have to wait, but like I can't justify sitting in this area for 5 hours doing nothing. Alright, so I found another survivor. This is one I actually kind of knew was around because I saw it in my last playthrough of this, but it's this Alicia. you guys don't work for Phenotrans. We gave it up. The fucking, like, very casual outfits we're wearing. Can you bring me an electric prod? So she wants it because she's seen the handlers use it, which are, like, people that we've killed in the white suits and stuff. Not like her pretty little lab coat, but... Alright, so, honestly... I'm just gonna cut. I'm gonna see if, I don't know, I think this leads to the secured lab, honestly, which is a shame because, like, I don't know. It's like such, you know, I constantly am at that door, I feel, and it's always locked, so. Alright, anyway, I am going to cut. I'm a little bit worried that there might not be many other survivors around, so I guess we'll see. I'll be back shortly. And we're back, bloods and bloodettes. Literally nothing. I was like looking at the wiki. There's no other quests that we can even do until we do this. So yes, I've been sitting here for about 3.5, 4 hours. Of course, the time is truncated because of what this game is. Like, obviously minutes aren't minutes and stuff. I just fucking got a shower and went to work if that was the case. Fuck it. No, alright. Another cutscene here at 4 o'clock and then we can get back to grinding.
They're collecting queens from the zombies with that gas.
Those zombies are from Fortune City. Do you get it now? It's for you, Frank.
He says the director's office should have the evidence to clear your name. We need to get a key card to get in there, but it's rigged up with alarms.
Damn it! Let's get the hell out of here.
Alright, let's go see what we got in the director's office, who is the head of Phenotrans. Phenotrans, I actually think is kind of cool because obviously they're like harvesting these wasps and stuff, and the Phenotrans logo is like a hive. I don't know. I think it's cool, like, design or whatever. It's kind of dumb, but it's just something I've always enjoyed about it. It's also kind of funny because what we're doing here is not really that, like, super involved. We just, like, walk 3 rooms and then look at a computer, I think. And I think that's pretty much the end of it. So, and then I guess technically we fight 2 new mini bosses that they drop around the facility, but hey, what can you do? Alright, we are headed to the director's office, and I think... Well, fuck, I actually don't know if I remember how we get there. Of course, I'm putting my heart, soul, and every bit of my being into trusting this fucking directional arrow. I mean, it'll technically get you there eventually, but goddamn, it's like a fucking Garmin. It'll just have you all over the fucking place before you actually get there. 99 minutes added to drive time. Oh, man. Okay, I am getting a little bit, not nervous about where it's sending us, but I'm not feeling the grandest about it either. And then after we do this, we actually have like some other kind of wayward quests and stuff that we can do. So that's nice. At least we're back in the saddle. God damn, the downtime in this game is kind of crazy though, because I'm going to have like a chunk of that again whenever it, comes time to, yeah, but why would I just not take the fucking walkway all the way up here? I don't know. Well, I guess I couldn't take the walkway up here in defense of this game. I try my best to be as absolutely fair as I possibly can. So, like, if I'm bitching and it's something that's my fault, then hey. It's so funny. I normally don't bitch as much during, like, my playthroughs and stuff, but I don't know. It's just, like, I like Dead Rising so much, and then you've got, like, this game, and you wonder why they don't fucking port it to PC. I'm kind of getting the idea of it now. Now, granted, Case Zero is actually pretty cool. I don't know how hard it would be necessarily to port shit, you know, because they already have like 2 and 2 off the record ported, so like I literally don't have any idea. I'm gonna probably get fucking stun grenaded. I don't know if it'll affect me if I'm in a car though. Sorry, Frank. Hold up, let's go down these stairs. God damn, so what a funny fucking... Are there people that use a vehicle like this every day, like at their work? I mean, probably, right? Like, I guess probably there's like some kind of security detail, I would guess, that probably uses little vehicles like Vespas like this all the time, right? I might open up my fucking map because this is irritating just the shit out of me. Where are we going? Okay, I do actually have to go in this room. Now, you'll have to forgive me because I am a little bit apprehensive whenever it comes to shit like this because it's honestly like a you never fucking knows type situation. Okay, so yeah, so we need a lab key card, and then this is going to take us to the director's office. I don't know. It's such a shame that like, and the story isn't even like that cool. It's just like a new added layer into everything that we've done so far in Dead Rising. We get to see the return of. I don't want to super spoil it, but I guess it doesn't really matter because this video is kind of short anyway. So we get to see the return of Isabella Keyes. So that's kind of cool. We also get to see the director, 2 characters that appeared in Dead Rising 3. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it a little bit. This is spoilers for Dead Rising 3. I don't. Spoiler. If you don't want to hear it, skip forward. So, Dead Rising 3, Isabella Keyes does, like, some shit where she caused the outbreak of 3 to... Right? Isn't that how it works? Is like, she caused the outbreak of 3 to justify, like... redeeming her family's like name in the eyes of the public or whatever, because right now Isabella and Carlito Keyes, who were brother and sister, were blamed for the Willamette outbreak, and to be fair, they did fucking cause it. So, but they were doing it as like some kind of environmental terrorism. So this this character Isabella Keyes is like, you know, she was looking for her opportunity in 3 to like redeem their family's name, and she does like evil shit as a result in that game. And I was like, look, she doesn't ever show up, because like my question was after I beat that game, like, oh, does Isabella Keyes like show up in 4, or is there like some comics or something that say what she did after that? No, apparently there's not. From what I understand, like, I was listening to somebody's, like, defense of the story of Isabella Keyes, and I just don't see it. Like, I get... I thought Isabella Keyes... Like, she has the capacity to feel bad for Frank whenever he gets infected, to the point that, like, she helps him. And I don't know. I just think that she's a good guy. And it's not like good guys and bad guys can't have, like, layers to them that's important. But, like, I just never got the idea that Isabella was a bad guy. And I feel like in Dead Rising 3, they just had her, like, kind of turn tail for no fucking reason into the bad guy that she became. So... Alright, we don't actually need too heavy of equipment here for this fight, but I might as well just, you know, have a little something on me. Let's do OJ, and I don't know, we got fucking 3 OJs. Oh, and maybe, I thought that was booze there for some reason. We could mix stuff up in this blender, but it's whatever. This is the secure lab area, but we're in the observation area first. So we're going to have another cutscene here in this room, and then we got like a mini boss fight. And then I think that's it. Oh, I didn't even really think we had to go all the way into here.
Record of missing persons reports. This is a list of prisoners, Chuck. What the hell?
Blueprints of Fortune City's underground. A harvest projection. I saw it all back in Fortune City. They need queens to make Zombrex.
But Phenotrans has been telling the world that drug is synthetic. Made in a lab. Not from Queens anymore.
That's a lie, Frank. Don't you get it? It's still made from Queens, from zombies.
And if you run out of zombies, you just make more.
And sometimes you run out of prisoners. Or the homeless.
Or missing people.
Attention, all security personnel. Breach in the director's office. All available personnel, respond immediately. You are directed to use lethal force.
So we got busted, and Frank threw out his Zombrex because he's pissed that innocent people are being used to create it. Now, that weapon is not working exceptionally well against these guys. These guys really aren't hard. I just need like 2 seconds to... Sorry, Frank. I need 2 seconds to heal up. Goddamn, poor guy. I mean, maybe I'll open up with some shotgun blast. Nice. God damn, that is hurting that hazard unit something fierce. Trying not to shoot Frank, but, you know, what can you do? I'm going to dodge this. Nice. Shit. Just kidding. And then I should be able to... I want him to either, like, not focus me or just for a second, and then I'll slice and dice him. I don't know. This isn't, like, an exceptionally good weapon, but it's okay. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. I'd much rather have the katana, honestly. And then, I guess a cutscene?
Damn, we still need to get out of here.
Security, G249. You're not responding. What's going on up there?
Yeah, we had a slight alarm malfunction up here. All's clear, situation normal.
Damn zombie. Alright, nice work, guys.
All right, very funny. We should check back with the source of the shipping office terminal. And we don't have to do that till fucking 1 a.m., so we got plenty of time. Real quick, while we're just kind of out here doing whatever, I'm gonna run over to this room. So I think this is semi-cool. Like, you can see, like, young pictures of the director here where she's, like, a pretty woman, and then, like, you know, she got... my presumption, she got bit by a zombie. I can't remember exactly, though. Then she's got, like, all these accolades that are on the wall and stuff. Leading bionetics doctor to become director of new research facility, which is clearly Phenotrans. Esteemed doctor awarded Monroe Medal. Leading bionetics doctor overcomes brutal infected attack and goes on to lead biogenetic field. And then... Wow, this is kind of pretty. I think this is BB Love. Is that her fucking name? I didn't just say like a porn star accidentally or something, did I? I think it's so funny. Like they will take any opportunity to kind of like defame like characters that you're supposed to take seriously in this game. Like a massager at the desk there. How fucking funny. Now BB Love is like this character that's like a villain. It was featured in Dead Rising 2, I think it was. And it's like this woman that goes crazy from like not having attention during the outbreak or whatever. Like all her fans or whatever don't show up. I'm sorry for the flashing during these loading screens too. I'm kind of taking like comfort in the fact that this playthrough won't be very long. Not because I don't want to put something out that's full length for you guys. Obviously this is like a full length game, and my coverage of Dead Rising 2 is almost over. Thankfully I've got like one big like, you know, full-size steak left in Dead Rising 2 off the record, but, you know, like, this is where we go, right? Yeah, that's what I thought with the blinking light. But, you know, we're almost kind of done here in the Dead Rising realm. I liked all these games a lot, even though I have some criticisms.
I have your evidence, Frank, but I'm trapped in the secure lab. I need to override the security lock to the main lab doors, but it'll take time. I'll let you know as soon as I make some progress.
Okay. So we have fuck around time till 1 a.m. And then that's when the string of final missions play out. I do think that, like, if you just screw around and you, like, miss quests and stuff like that and let the timer run out, I'm pretty certain that you get, like, a bad ending where Chuck and Frank are just, like, arrested by these army guys or whatever. Or not even army guys. I guess they're, like, paramilitary or some bullshit like that. I can't believe I just went to save. We already saved Buster Brown. Just chill out. And I got a couple little, like, mini quests that we're going to do out here. Like I said, I might as well give the game, like, its whole fair shake. Like, I probably should. You know, like, I shouldn't just be too... I should play... If I'm going to play the game, I should play it right, I guess is the sentiment there. No reason for me to, like, play it and then be like, okay, this is a 50-minute playthrough where I just hide in the security room the whole time. So there should be a character... I kind of want to, you know what, honestly, let's do this a little bit of a different way, because I believe there's like a circle-ish area that we can take around the outsides of this map, and I also see that we've got a cart here that I can take too. I want another melee weapon in case my, like, scythe thing breaks. Frank is also getting, like, all kinds of fucking hung up trying to figure out how to get down here from on the upper area. On the bright side, there she is, Regina. That's who we're looking for. I'll go ahead and park my card here. Regina has kind of an involved task. So she says, like, hey, can you guys help me? And she is going to quit her job at Phenotrans to sell human organs illegally. She needs a human heart and a liver, and there's some in the labs. All right. So we have to go to the labs and grab her a heart and a liver. I can't remember if this is what I'm thinking is going to be the most efficient way. Now we have hazard units kind of around too. God damn. Okay. Watch out. We have hazard units around too, which are the mini boss guys. They'll just be kind of like floating around these areas randomly. I shouldn't say randomly. They have like pre-spawned places like where they'll appear. And I think after you clear them, like they won't spawn. So like if I killed that guy back there, he wouldn't be back there anymore, I think. But I can't remember. Alright, I don't think, goddamn the fucking waypoint. I'm frustrated. I'm trying to think what games I've actually been frustrated while playing them. A lot of times, like, if I get towards, like, an end of a playthrough and I suddenly realize that it's going to be, like, a lot more difficult than I thought. Not, like, length. Like, again, I couldn't care less about the lengths of these things. I just like to put them out in, like, little chunks that people can enjoy. It's kind of like making a meal. Sometimes you like a big old meal, a nice little 6.5 hour playthrough. Sometimes you like a snack bite-sized thing, like a little moderate meal. You're not trying to like hog out or anything. You're just doing a little like 2 hour joint. Sometimes you have like a little in-between meal, like a little snack, maybe like a 1 hour joint. So that's kind of the way that I look at playthroughs too, is like sometimes a bigger one is more appropriate and stuff. But so I don't really care about the size, but I think like I'm trying to think. There are definitely missions in games that have had me frustrated as fuck, but I can't remember what they are necessarily. This game had like evolved zombies, sort of. Well, Dead Rising 2 had evolved zombies, sort of. On these organ containers, they'll actually say the ones that you need. So, like, this one's a human liver. We need the human liver. And then on an upper area here, like an upper level, there will be the human heart that we need. But I can't remember what game it would have been where I was like, fuck, this is, like, really hard. I don't know if it was, like, a strategy game or, like, a skill game where you, like, have to do specific things. Like, it wasn't like a Dark Souls joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like the belly aching that I had to do wasn't, like, skill-wise necessarily. Oh, you know what? Fuck, there is actually something that I can do up there, I think. Fuck, I hate that I'm going to have to go back up there, but whatever. It's my own damn fault. Alright, so, rounding this corner. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there should be a character up here that we can save, I think. It's weird because, like, the path to come up here is, like, so... I don't want to, like, linear isn't the word, but, like, very specific. No, there's a zombie here right now, so it'll have to wait a little bit. What I'm talking about, I guess. Since I'm so close to the loading zone of the other area, honestly, I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, you know what, I'll just do this my way. Now, this is a human liver, human heart. Okay, just wanted to make sure that I had the correct fucking organs going, because it had, like, the same model, it looked like to me, so I was like, oh god, here we go. I have the wrong fucking pieces that I need to give to this woman. Alright, where are we at? Headed over this way, and then eventually we'll run into a guy who needs like a gun, which is why I've been carrying around an AR. I guess I have the other AR too. Is that? Yeah, that's him. Cool. We can go ahead and give him what he wants. I usually had an AR, so, like, this is fine to carry around with you. Okay, look, give me a security AR so I can get out of here. All right, there you go, buddy. Chill. All right, so Robert has been saved. We're actually going to kind of, like, not snowball, like it's going to happen, like, real quick, but maybe domino is a better way to describe it. Like, we're going to do, like, one quest, into the next one, into the next one, into the next one, and then it won't be too long, and then we'll be fucking done with all this shit. Kind of wish I had a... queen to clear this out, because the queen obviously does not hurt the like normal people, so I'm gonna just kind of back up a shade. Maybe I could use the gun to like pick these Whoa, easy now. Don't piss me off, said Frank. I like Frank whenever he doesn't have a gun because he does this crazy, like, backflip move to attack things. Please give me a human heart and a liver. I guess. I mean, they're probably just going to rot here anyway, so yeah, might as well take it. Always wanted a man to give me his heart, just not like this. I'm sorry. Here, take this key. You can use it to get to the underground tunnel. Careful down there. A scientist went crazy, and I think he's lost his mind. All right. So what she's talking about is actually another quest. It's really not hard at all. Hey, cool, combo weapon. Play as Frank in co-op game to gain the effect of this card, the Reaper. All right. No, I'm good. What? All right. So we got the tunnel key, and while I might not know down to the specific where it is, I do know how we can kind of generally get there. There it is. Okay, so it's not that far. Tunnel access. And this is similar. We had this kind of experience in a couple other Dead Rising games. All you have to do is like just equip like, I don't know, something easy that won't like hurt somebody too bad. But we've got this Mizuki character. And he is like coming up and he's like fighting us. And once we knock the shit out of him, there we go. Stop the hurt pain, you evil giant zebras. Too scary here. I run for the hills now. Don't drink the chemicals, ladies. All right. Okay, so there he goes. I really don't think there's anything else that I want to do in this room. Fuck it. Let's go this way. I know Mizuki is going this way. It's kind of cool where this bleeds out to. You probably wouldn't expect where it bleeds out to. What the hell is that on the wall? Don't startle the wit. Oh, hell yeah. And then you can hear like crying. God damn, I just played Left 4 Dead not all that long ago, and we're already dropping Left 4 Dead references in the big 2.6. Golly. So, yes, the harvesting room. It's kind of crazy where it's going to spit us out. Do you remember that, like, flame thing that I interacted with early on that gave me, like, a whole shit ton of PP? Well, 5,000. Well, we end up in the bottom part of that machine here. So, crazy. Now, yes, we need to go up there and save that woman. So, basically what I did before, but this time we'll do it better. If I can get a queen, I kind of need to before I go up there. Let's see, I'm looking around, I'm like scanning all the nearby zombies and stuff. I'm not seeing any queens available just yet. And I mean, there's probably a good chance still yet that I probably won't run into any, but I guess that's fine. I'll just make do with what I got. But there's a survivor up here. I don't really know what the best way to clear these out. I know, like, for me anyway, it's going to be like chewing through these zombies slowly from the outside in, but okay, that one's dead. I really don't like this weapon. It's it's kind of shittier than, like, even say, like, the sledgehammer, which I also have equipped. I guess it would be nice, like, if I just wanted to slice through some zombies. It's probably also okay on PP, especially if you have the combo card, but whatever. All right, I'm going to whip out the gun and light these guys up a little bit. All right, a little bit more. Help me, there's too many. Chill out, Allie, we saved you. All right, thanks, I thought I was a gooner. Just kidding. All right, so we saved Allie, and that is, I think, all the survivors. It's all the ones that I'm aware of anyway. So we hit level 45, and unfortunately, we now have a long wait time ahead of us. Again, not really my intention to do this game just like super efficiently. I get why they give you so much extra time. It's like for the guys who want to, like, you know, run around here or whatever, but there's just nothing to do out there. There's nothing like anywhere. Like, even if I went up to the control tower and I explored, okay, consider this. I played this game like, I don't know, like 3 weeks before, like I'm recording this. I wanted to make sure that I was able to, like, beat this game. And that's usually, like, what I do for a playthrough like this. So, like, I can be informed and I can, like, you know, describe kind of things that are going on and, like, their relevance and stuff like that. Best strategies and shit, while still having it fresh in my mind, but also still being, like, new enough to be like, oh, okay, you know, this is how this works. New experiences and whatnot. But this... Well, the first time that I played through this 3 weeks ago, there was never a time where I, like, was hurting for time. Like, the whole time I was playing through this game, like, I just was able to, like, you know, kind of, like, look around for, like, survivors and stuff, and I still would have, like, 4 or 5 hours, like, maybe. So you'll notice with these quests, like the little white quests that you can see on the screen there, Case 3 won the way out. Like, if we get low on time, like less than 4 hours, less than 3 hours, less than 2 hours, it'll like drop down precipitously, like in terms of how it looks and stuff, like on the bar. Like, by the time I was done exploring and I'd been everywhere and I'd done everything and I saved all the survivors, like, that just moved. Like, it just dropped down a little bit. So I still had like 4 hours left, and I don't know. I don't really think there's anything else I want to do. I mean, any weapons that I want, like, I'll just pick up on my way to wherever we're going next. But I guess for now I'm just gonna fucking save and then sit here for a little bit because there's nothing else to do. I might have missed one survivor. I'm not so sure. I might Google it. I might save him. I don't know. It's just like 100% of the last Dead Rising 2 DLC. And while I've never been a big stickler for like saving all the survivors, and I couldn't give a fuck less about Phenotrans in like terms of the story, I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, we're here, aren't we? Yes. Meet our source back at the shipping office at 1 a.m. So, all right. I'll see you guys here in like 5 hours, God willing. Alright, we're back. It's almost 1 a.m. Me and Frank just been chilling here for a couple hours, chopping it up crazy style, telling old war stories and whatnot. Yeah, nothing else going on. There are 2 survivors. I might do one, I might pass on the other. I don't know. I did look on the wiki. It does look like but they don't spawn till like 2 a.m. and I might even beat the game before then. So, we'll see. I guess.
Where the hell is this guy? You know, you're a little high-strung for a guy who's covered wars.
Now, see? He's got our evidence downloaded. We just need to break into where he is. But he can't hack the doors.
We gotta cut the power.
Now's our chance. The guards just took off for something.
Alright, the guards just took off for something. Not like we haven't been, like, neck and neck with these fucking guards the whole time we've literally been here. The whole time. Anyway, it starts us off, like, with a sort of smaller amount of time to complete this mission. Like, it's going to be a little bit more stressful. I don't... This game, it has me stressed in all the ways that don't matter, all the ways it didn't intend, so I don't know how much it helps or hurts anything. I'm going to go ahead and get this cart over here. I don't actually know how long we'll need it, because a lot of this is going to be like going to a control booth, like that area, the control tower or whatever that has like all those guards in it. We're going to have to go up there, and then I don't remember where maybe the detonator is? I don't know. I'm just kind of trusting the process here and I know I shouldn't, but trusting the process here a little bit in terms of where it's telling me to go. Now, I'm going to assume, and this is like, again, I'm doing the fucking Catholic blessing here. I'm going to assume that it's sending me the right direction. Okay, detonator, nice. Now we need to go to the security tower, and our best way to get up there, I believe, is just in this next room where we have the stairs. I don't know. I just I love the Dead Rising games as a whole, and I kind of just want to get them, like, out of the way a little bit. Like, I played Dead Rising 1, 1 year, about a year and a half into me doing YouTube, and then I didn't do the second one until 2 years into it, and then 3 years into it, somebody asked for the third one, and then I played it, and then I did all the DLC for it. So honestly, just might as well get it all completely out of the way. I wouldn't call it commitment like I'm doing anything that great, but all that commitment to Dead Rising, and I still am god damn, I want to do Left 4 Dead, right? Or not Left 4, god damn it, of course I already did Left 4 Dead. Resident Evil. I want to do Resident Evil. Hey, we got C4. Cool. I want to do Resident Evil, but I have a fucking problem in it, of course, in that I don't want to play the old shitty, Resident Evil 0 and 1, but I also don't just want to drop into the story, so... I don't know. That's first world problems, I guess. I don't know. I work a job. I pay bills, so I can bitch about little things, I guess. I do feel sort of like blessed. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm just playing a game and having fun here, folks. So whenever I complain, it's not that big a not that deep. Okay, so I don't know where exactly it's going to send us to cut the power. I just knew that it was not in this room where we had to cut the power. It looks like it's probably going to be over by the harvesting room. Yes or no? I see we've got an emergency exit. I literally have no clue where this goes. Into the living quarters. Huh. And then this is where we could probably see the survivor. I'm not going to do it because we have to give him 2 combo weapons and then combo that into a 3rd combo weapon. And I don't want to go pissing around for all the combo weapons to craft. So we're just going to not even worry about it. Then the other guy might even be in the cafeteria or the server room, or he might not even spawn yet. Yeah, he doesn't spawn for another fucking half hour. So, not going to see that guy. I'm glad it did give me access to the role. Big Dark Souls fan here, so of course I love that any game that's going to give me access to a role. Another thing, it wouldn't hurt me as we're kind of approaching this room that we need to go to get another weapon and... definitely another melee weapon. I don't think I want ranged, even though ranged isn't half bad. I'm right in the thick of it, everybody knows. I've got all these dudes around me with fucking guns. Maybe I should just back. Oh, now I'm getting okay. That's chaotic. I think I'm gonna take the couple of the security ARs. We got 3 of them. That'll be nice for softening up the boss. Honestly, I might just take those in and So this is where we're gonna put the explosive. Hell yeah, a little corny, but I'm fucking with it. Okay, let's get to the secure lab and get out of here with the source. So, this room has been blown up, and I guess I'll take this queen here. I don't think I'm going to need it, but like I said, I do want to do like a kind of a soft passover for... oh god, what did I... Oh, that's right, the more advanced zombies. So, they were like mutating zombies to like make them produce more queens in... a certain point in sorry, I'm looking around for like more condensed heals. I don't want coffees, which are going to heal 1. But they were mutating zombies to make them produce more queens, and so this is an area that actually has some of those mutated zombies in it. I also would not mind like another melee weapon. Like, it's nice that I'm going to be able to soften them up and everything. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, medical tray. I don't know. I don't want to also double back to the cafeteria. Honestly, you know what? Fuck it. We got a full inventory. I got a shotgun. I got some machine guns. We'll just go ranged a little bit for a little while, and we should be fine, I would guess.
Power has been restored. Thank you for your cooperation.
Finally. You made it.
Isabella? You're my source?
Isabella Keys?
It's been so long, Frank.
You work for them?
Frank, I work for them. Yes. But it's not like you think. I was forced to do it. It was that. Or go to jail.
So all this time you knew queens were a key ingredient? You've been helping them?
I've tried to make a synthetic. They stole my work. I have been working on a cure. I was so close. I must get out of here and continue my research.
Oh, my dear. I'm afraid that will never happen.
she was just using us to escape.
Not to worry, gentlemen. No one is leaving from here alive.
Don't give me that bullshit. You don't care about lives.
Everything we do here is for the greater good. You all rely on us. No one would stop us, even if they knew.
Isabella! Kuti!
Take it. The world must know.
Bring her to me. I still have use for her.
What is this fucking song, dude? I was smiling ear to ear during that cutscene. God damn it. So I really like this boss fight. I thought the 2 stars by his name whenever I first fought him was like, you know, him like indicating that he's like a tougher boss. It actually means that he has 3 life bars instead of the normal like 1 that enemies have. I guess it probably wouldn't have felt as good if you just like emptied like a literal whole fucking clip into him, and it didn't move his HP bar at all. So they instead made it 3 HP bars. He's calling in other guys. I don't know. So I appreciate that Isabella came back. Don't get me wrong. It's better than just leaving us for dead, but I don't know how much good that did anybody, what she did there. So, alright. Zombie handler defeated. God damn, I'm getting tossed around like a rag doll here. Oh, watch out there, Commander, if that's your real name. Just joking, of course. Alright, he is tossing both of us around like it's fucking nothing. Whoa, nice miss there, Commander. Commander Little Junk. Alright, I'm gonna dip out for a second and heal up a little bit. I'm not too worried about the Commander, but he is on top of these like missile things that can like fire missiles at you if you get in front of them. I'm trying to grab that apple, whatever, fuck it. I'll just maybe wax these guys and take their guns. Whoa, execution style on that sledgehammer. Whoop, watch out, Frank. Didn't mean to hurt you, but maybe if you deal with the mini boss, I'll handle the real boss. How's that sound? Of course, AI, even the enemy AI is more of my concern here in terms of listening to that order. Alright, I'm going to grab a couple of these little random things that I need. A heal, you know. It doesn't look like I'm actually going to need the queen, but like the AR. I'm not worried about the hazard unit. He is breathing awful heavy. He sounds like fucking Darth Vader. Alright, opening up. We got him down to the last HP bar. Oh, man, I just got grabbed and jettisoned across the map. Jesus God. I like this music. I don't know. I don't want to say anything that would accidentally offend anybody, but it's a banger. I guess that's all I'll say about it. Alright, Frank, I'm glad that I don't have to concern myself with your HP bar. Because this would be a fucking nightmare if I did. Alright, we're about... Well, we got him about whipped. Time to beat his ass with a sledgehammer. My tried and true strategy that I've always enjoyed is just having a bunch of HP and then beating his ass with melee. Like, well, not like this guy in particular, but like most psychopath boss fights in this game. I guess I'm going to have to come deal with these guys. I don't care about the hazard unit. I guess we could get a little bit of EXP from that. Really, my main concern is the gun. So that I can start shooting at this commander character. Apparently there's like comics about this game, which I knew, but I forgot to mention in this playthrough, that there's comics of this game. And so you can see like the commander being more imposing and like the director of Phenotrans being more evil and stuff in the things that she's doing. So I guess that's kind of cool. Oh, and the commander is down. Beat his ass, Frank. Quick, catch him before he gets somewhere else. Alright, what if we do a little something like this? Nothing, of course. Alright, I'm gonna eat this little sub sandwich. We need a little sub sandwich break. And then we're gonna just lay into this motherfucker. Okay, who's gonna win? Sledgehammer versus some kind of like piston weapon. GG. Thank you, Hazard Unit.
You look like you could use a little Zombrex every day yourself, lady. Why would you do this?
You can't think I need Zombrex anymore. I made something to remedy that years ago, with Isabella's very helpful notes.
A cure.
You've had a cure all this time?
Of course. It wouldn't have been in our interests to release it. Besides, none of you are worthy. Not really. It's human greed and apathy that brought zombies into being. The human race deserves the zombie apocalypse. And now look at you. You destroy the very company that brings you the medicine to heal your loved ones. There will need to be another harvest now. You reap what you sow.
Attention all personnel. Self-destruct.
We've got to find it. The cure, it's got to be in here somewhere.
We've got to get out of here, Chuck.
No, we can't leave. I need to find that cure for my daughter.
It's too late. We gotta go. Now!
Evacuate now.
A cure. Can you imagine the difference that would have made to the whole world? That might have been a lie, Chuck. I need to believe that there's a cure out there. Well, at least we have the evidence they were behind the Fortune City outbreak. Nobody is gonna take our word for what was going on in that place. My Zombrex, I left it back in the... Take it. The world needs Frank West.
Alright, so that was Dead Rising 2 Case West. So I did kind of bitch about it, probably a little bit more than I should have, but whatever. It's done and over with. So that story's kind of cool, right? Frank and Chuck have teamed up. That was like a whole game of them. And then at the end there, they kind of like, Chuck has like the information to clear his name or whatever, even though I don't think it directly implicated Phenotrans, so they're still able to be like, I don't know, like operating and stuff. Like we know that the Phenotrans lady at the end there, the CEO, ends up like she's supposed to be in prison, but she's not. And she also lied about the cure because technically there is sort of a cure. Oh my goodness, this spooked me a little bit. Technically there is sort of a cure in that there are orphans who are like immune to it or whatever. Yeah, a little dance number here to end things out. Goodness. A little bit more exciting than the last Dead Rising 2 DLC at least. Whatever. I'm done to be done with it. I'm good. I'm glad to be done with it. Now, the next thing is like going to be all spin-off. Well, it's all spin-off. Like it's off the record. It's back in Fortune City with Frank as the protagonist instead of Chuck, and it's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. We got the story kind of wrapped up there a little bit. So the cure was a lie, so it's a good thing that Chuck didn't die trying to get that fucking cure, because it would have been all for naught. So him and his daughter probably reunite, and then a long time passes, and then the events of the third game. And for me, anyway, that's where the canon ends. But anyway, that's been Dead Rising, Case West. I'm glad that I'm done with all of kind of like, I got all the bad shit behind me now. Like I didn't really like 3 that much, but I didn't dislike it. I didn't like the DLC that much, and I also didn't like the DLC, at least West. I liked 0 a little bit. But now we're back to the really good shit. We're back to Dead Rising 2 here shortly. I don't know when I'm going to play it, actually. I'm kind of worn out on the Dead Rising games. But anyway, you know, my rules coming into place here. If I'm not playing a game, I'm not going to sit here and yap to you. So I will see you guys all next week. Later.